Hello. Today we are going to discuss about the cell structure and the function. Okay? So let us know what is the cell theory first before going into the structure. So all the living organisms are made up of cells. So these cells are the smallest working units of all the living things. So, all cells come from pre existing cells through a cell division. This is the cell theory. So, let's see what is the definition of the cell. So, we can define the cell as the smallest unit that is capable of performing the functions. Okay, so it is capable of performing the life functions. So, the examples of cells will come as amoeba, plant stem, bacteria, red blood cells, and nerve cells. So, now you can see the pictures of all the examples of the cells. Now we are moving with the types of cells. Generally, there are two types of cells as discussed, prokaryotic and eukaryotic. Now we are going to see about the prokaryotic cells. So these prokaryotic cells, they do not have the internal structures and are surrounded by membranes. So few internal structures are there and they have only one celled organisms as bacteria. Example is bacteria. So here you can see the prokaryotic cell. Okay, here we have seen the cell wall, everything. So these are the prokaryotic cells which are seen under the microscope. So these prokaryotic cells generally will have a bacteria flagella, cytoplasm, and cell wall, mesosome, everything. Now we are moving with the eukaryotic cells. Generally, it contains organelles. Those are surrounded by the membranes. Okay, so most living organisms come under these eukaryotic cells, that are plant cell and animal cell. So, see, here is the picture of the plant cell, that is onions. It is seen under the microscope in the same way. And coming to the animal cell, it is amoeba. So, it is seen under the microscope. So now we are moving with the organelles. So here we have a labeling as plasma membrane, Golgi complex, lysosome, mitochondria, cytoplasm, centriole, cytoskeleton like nucleus, everything are there. Ribosomes and rough endoplasmic reticulum is there. So now after this organelles, we are going to discuss each and everything. Okay, the first one is cell membrane. So the outer membrane of the cell, that is going to control the movement in and out of the cell. So generally this cell membrane is the double layer. Okay, now we move on with the cell wall. So the most commonly found in plant cells and bacteria is the cell wall. This cell wall supports and protects the cells. Okay, so nucleus. So it directs the cell activities. It is generally separated from the cytoplasm by nuclear membrane. These nucleus contains genetic material called as DNA. So this is the picture of the nucleus when it is seen under the microscope. Okay, now we are moving with the cytoplasm. So it is the gel-like mixture that is surrounded by the cell membrane. This cytoplasm is surrounded by the cell membrane. It contains all the organelles. So generally in it chemical reactions occur. So ribosomes. So ribosomes are the cells that contain thousands. Each cell contains 1,000 ribosomes. So it makes proteins and are also found on rough endoplasmic reticulum and floating throughout the cell. So here you can see the picture of the ribosomes and also a rough diagram of the ribosome is given here. Now we are moving with the endoplasmic reticulum. So generally this moves it moves materials around the cell, and we can see the lipids and carbohydrates in smooth type and proteins in the rough type. So smooth type and rough type are there. lipids and carbohydrates in smooth, and proteins in the rough type. This is the diagram of the endoplasmic reticulum. Now we move with Golgi apparatus. So it is a packing plant. So it is protein packing plant. Here the move materials within the cell and out of the cell by using vesicles. So here we can see the diagram of the Golgi apparatus. So here the right side picture is the thing, so which is seen under the microscope, and left is the picture of the Golgi apparatus. So this is the somewhat clear picture. Here you can see the nucleus, the rough endoplasmic reticulum, smooth endoplasmic reticulum is marked here, nuclear envelope is there, transport vesicle is there, and also trans Golgi and plasma membrane are seen in this Golgi apparatus diagram. Now we are moving with vacuole. So the membranes, these membranes are bound sacs for storage, digestion and waste removal. It will help the plants to maintain their shape. These vacuoles will help the plants. Here is the picture of the vacuole given clearly, you can see. Okay, now we move with the lysosome. So this lysosome, it contains the digestive enzymes for proteins, fats and carbohydrates. This lysosome transports undigested material to cell membrane for removal. Here the cell breaks down if lysosome explodes. Okay, so now we move on with mitochondrion. So this mitochondrion produces energy through chemical reactions that breaking down fats and carbohydrates. This mitochondria will help to break down of fats and carbohydrates. So you all know chloroplast. It contains green chlorophyll. So in this chloroplast only photosynthesis is taken place. Now we see what are centrioles. So, lead chromosomes movement are done during the cell division. And here the control flagella and cilia vibrations are seen. And next is cytoskeleton. Supports the organelles and cell shapes and plays a role in cell motion. And flagellum and cilia are the things they will help the cell to move. So movement of cell is done through this. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Take care. Bye.